So it's the end of Freedom to Read Week.
But that means that we're doing this book tag.
Freedom to Read book tag that was created by Hannah from Story Night and a whole bunch of other Canadian booktubers. So we're really excited to do this one.
Oh, let's get to it.
Question number 1. As a child, were you ever explicitly not allowed to read a book or books by your parent or guardian? And which book was it?
Nope.
I never had my parent tell me that I couldn't read a book. I actually had a librarian tell me that I couldn't read a book.
What was it?
I was in grade 6 and I had just read The Hobbit. And there was a copy of The Lord of the Rings at the library and I wanted to take it out and I was told that I couldn't read it. And the thing is, The Lord of the Rings is like my favorite book ever. And so I'm kind of wondering if maybe the reason I love it so much is because I was told that I couldn't read it.
Explains a lot.
Question number 2. Has a parent or guardian ever challenged a book you were reading in school? Did the book ever get withdrawn?
Nope.
No. And nobody in my class ever did either. And it wasn't like my teachers or anyone like played it safe.
No, I wouldn't say that either. It was weird Canadian fiction, but it was weird.
Like, we read The Giver, we read Z for Zachariah, and I was like 12 when I read that, and there was a rape scene.
Yeah.
So, but no one ever really challenged what we were reading. I guess we're really lucky in that regard.
Yeah, like grade 9 high school, we read The Kite Runner. There's a rape scene in that, too.
Question number 3. Do you agree with the practice of banning books? Why or why not?
No, definitely don't agree with that process at all. Because, honestly, we kind of realized a while ago that when you're reading something and it's too much for you, you put it down.
Yeah.
Like, you naturally just self-censor things. So if you can't read it, fine. But it's not to say that other people shouldn't read it, so why bother banning a book?
I mean, I've definitely done that where I was reading something when I was younger and it just, like I didn't feel comfortable or I didn't understand it. And so I put it down and then I came back to it like a few years later and I think I definitely appreciated it more.
Yeah, because you could see your own personal growth in there.
Question number 4. Have you ever read a book that shocked you enough that you thought it should be challenged or banned? I've never read a book that shocked me to the point where I thought it should be challenged or banned.
But you have read books that have really shocked you.
Yeah, I have read books that have really shocked me.
And you have read books that you're like, is this really for children?
Yeah.
But it's not that it should be banned, it was just like, what age group is this actually written for?
The book, of course, we're both probably thinking about right now is Kingdom of Little Wounds, which it definitely pushed like the teen fiction envelope.
Because it was a book about syphilis.
Yeah. This book, there were a lot of like kind of gross things that...
It made you feel dirty, like
yeah.
You really needed to take a shower.
But at no point when I was reading this book was I like, no, this should be banned, this should be challenged, this should never be read, this is like awful and it's going to corrupt the minds of the youth.
No, God, no.
I don't like that kind of control, you know?
It's not healthy for anyone. It really isn't.
Number 5. Should libraries or schools monitor the books in case some people find them offensive? I'm going to say no. I like, and this is probably from working at a bookstore, I like having the age categories, but that's mostly based off of reading level. Like, you know, separating like 6 to 9, 9 to 12, and then teen.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I mean, like, what's offensive to some people is certainly not offensive to all people.
An interesting question to that is what gets put into school libraries? Like, what's the choosing point? Is there like a...
Is there a board?
Is there a board? Like, I don't know.
I think it's librarians that do it.
Okay.
I don't think like it's like a school-wide thing where they're like, let's decide what goes in our library. I think that, no, there shouldn't be that kind of censorship. It should be kind of age range, I guess, if you're talking about like a school library.
Number 6. Have any of your favorite books ever been challenged or banned? Yes. Yes, a million times yes. Yes, 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 yes. Harry Potter. Golden Compass.
Oh god, there's a bunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, pretty much anything that gets mainstream sometimes, like and really popular, gets banned somewhere.
Oh yeah, like do you remember when the Golden Compass movie came out?
Oh, people lost their minds.
Do you know how many groups I was invited to ban the Golden Compass?
Oh my.
I got so many Facebook invites to that, and I was just like, why?
One of my favorite books of all time.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. And it's one of those books that I think is part of my, like, literary identity. Because it just dealt with so many, like, big philosophical topics. And I was, like, 13 when I read it, maybe?
And Another one that I read that I really, really liked, and I finished it. I took it out from the library, I finished it, and then I found out it was being challenged, and I was so confused, is Saga, the graphic novel. And the point of Saga is, you know, like, the family unit. This family is, like, trying to be a family in, like, a war-torn galaxy, and, you know, sticking together, and...
You could choose a reason to ban anything, and it's so ridiculous. I can't even. I really can't. Really, it's too much.
I think I got into a Twitter conversation with Hannah from Story Nut over that like a year or so ago.
Like what?
Yeah. And the last question, number 7. Have you ever read a book specifically because it was challenged or banned?
No.
I don't think so, no.
Mainly because I don't follow banned book lists. Like, it's not something I ever looked for.
It's definitely happened to me where I've read something, I've really liked it, and then I found out afterwards that it's been challenged or banned.
But yeah, never specifically gone out and read something because of. So yeah, this has been our book tag. Thank you so much, StoryNut, for putting this out. We had a lot of fun talking about this.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. And you know what? We're not gonna necessarily tag anyone, but we're gonna just leave it open that if you're interested in doing it,
definitely take it up.
Because it's an interesting topic to think about, because banned books, as like a hardcore book lover, it's not really something I think about all the like.
Yeah. It's not a topic that you really think about.
And I guess it's because I never really encountered it as a kid, so I never really had that fight.
But
well, I did, but you know.
Yeah. But as an adult, it's a weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.